Hi, we're Carissa and Joanne, and 5 years ago we bought an off-grid homestead here in central Portugal with an old stone ruin and a lot of work ahead of us. We built a small little cabin as our first project, somewhere to sleep and rest after long days of work, but as we started working on the stone house and a few years had passed by, the cabin began to get damp and fall apart a little bit. So we started again, with a new cabin made from pallets. A warmer and better built space including an indoor bathroom with a hot bath. Pure luxury after showering outside for years. And in the middle of building that, little Jack came into our lives. Now as he begins to grow and after a storm caused some damage to the old stone house we'd been using as our living space, we're building a kitchen and lounge beside our pallet cabin. In this video we're starting with deconstructing the veranda we had built in front of the bedroom and clearing the area ready to start the expansion of our pallet palace.
Good morning everybody, welcome to this week's video. How are we all doing? It's a glorious sunny day here, a little bit windy which is nice, it's keeping the heat off. Exciting day today, first strimmer sesh of the year, which is always fun. In case you're wondering why I've not got the robot doing this little area here, it's because we want to keep these blue lupins. It's like a 5-year long project of encouraging wildflowers since we took over the land, and it's going very, very well. I'll show you some of them. And another exciting one is we are officially getting started on the cabin extension. So the first thing we're going to do is build like I think you guys called it a breezeway or a breatheway or something like that. It's basically a little alleyway that's going to go between the two cabins. We had a lot of anxiety about sticking the roof onto the side of the cabin, because obviously that area there is risky, and what with it all being made of wood, we definitely don't want water getting in. So the first cabin worked really well, we know what we're doing, so we'll do that again. Another one I wanted to tell you, this is quite funny, like an irony of, just an irony. Our intro song is by a guy called Kevin Daly, and we realised last week whilst editing that another artist that we use quite a lot of, her name is Kylie Daly. And yep, you guessed it, they are husband and wife. So we'll put that song on now, I'm sure a lot of you will recognise it. Anyway, coffee time.
Opening, closing, all in one day. Blue sky, then violent rain. Feeling the dirt.
This here, guys, I don't know how well you can see it, is ash from the big fire last summer. It's underneath the eaves of the building, of the roof, so it doesn't get washed off. A nice reminder of summertime. So something we're very much having to get used to, and still are getting used to, is the fact that we can't really dedicate both of ourselves to one job anymore because of young Mr. Jack. So yeah, we're doing quite well with like taking in turns with who looks after him for a bit, but obviously sometimes we need both of us to do a job. This is one of those that if Jack plays ball the entire time, we could have probably the entire deck, all 16 pallets and the alleyway done by end of filming for this video, which is Wednesday. It is now Monday, but that's if Jack plays ball. So we'll see how progress goes. Fingers crossed. Right then, where was I? It's good because you know we forgot to take all the plastic off the sheets. Now we can. So I was kind of half thinking that we use these over the top of the alleyway. My only issue is we would need to have the slant, you know, like the pitch. So it would need to go either that way or that way. It can't go on the same one that it's on. But we'll need to gutter anyway, so we could do a gutter that does both roofs.
What, and is above the kitchen?
Yeah. Imagine the opposite here, like say the roof comes underneath, and then you have the gutter here, so the roof goes onto the plastic and then down into the gutter.
Probably do something quite cool where like
Yeah.
you've got pots, like the barrels planted down or something, and the water goes into there.
Could have a go with that, couldn't we?
Jeffrey could be creative.
Jack is currently asleep. Where are you? There you are. Jack is currently asleep, but he's like over there about 20 metres. So hopefully. Ow! These screws are hot. Whee!
Appalachian sunrise meets my skin. Even with my eyes
What?
still closed, we say
Oh wow, yeah.
golden. I'll follow only golden.
It's a Benelli eagle, I think.
Golden, golden things. Mountain laurel high fives for miles in spring. Rainbow trout and hummingbird wing. Golden, I'll follow only golden. Golden, golden things. Gold hair, gold rings, gold leaves, gold anything, golden. I'll follow only golden. Golden, golden things. Walk up the river, burn my sun. Feet step over splinters of the moon. Golden, I'll follow only golden, 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 golden things. Gold birds,
video is kindly sponsored by Mammotion. As you guys know, just before Christmas we got contacted by Mammotion asking if we'd like to test out their Luba 2 robotic lawnmower. We absolutely loved it. I would have to say it's been a bit of a life changer. Having a half-hectare, 1.5 acre property that is oat straw and big grasses, a large chunk of my life is spent cutting grass, as most of you will know, whether it's with a strimmer or with a lawnmower, but I've hardly had to use it. I almost missed the strimmer since we've had the lawnmower. And this week, Mammotion have very kindly sent us their Luba 3, which is the upgraded version of the Luba 2. And so far it's been great, especially great having two robots going around cutting all this grass for us. I'll run through some of the statistics while I show what the new mow can do. Powered by the world's first flagship tri-fusion positioning system that integrates 360-degree LiDAR, net RTK and dual camera AI vision, Luba sets a new standard in lawn mastery across any terrain. Upgraded with next-generation 3D spatial sensing, it sweeps a full 360-degree, builds a live 3D map with extremely high accuracy from millions of measurements. Reading elevation, edges and obstacles, Luba 3 navigates complex or low-signal areas with fast, reliable avoidance, delivering effortless day and night mowing with minimal setup. The Luba 3 can conquer thick grass and cover about 7,000 metres squared a day. All-wheel drive climbs slopes of up to 80% and crosses bumps, curbs and uneven grounds with ease. With up to 15 amp-hours of lithium power, dual high-torque cutting discs, edge-to-edge precision, wide reach and adjustable height, it delivers a flawless cut across every type of lawn and terrain. With 10 trillion operations per second, the upgraded AI processor doubles Luba 3's perception and decision-making speed, allowing it to swiftly detect objects, analyse environments and respond intelligently to any situation. With LiDAR, AI vision and a nightlight, the mower recognises over 300 obstacles, from toys to pets, and steers clear with confidence. A wide-angle bumper and triple-layer safety instantly stop the blade if touched or lifted. Night vision keeps mowing precise after dark. Yard monitoring stays off by default so your privacy stays protected. The Luba 3 is also equipped with a 210-watt fast charger that is 16.7% more powerful than Luba 2. Luba 3 recharges faster to get back to work sooner. It calculates the remaining unmowed area and charges just enough to finish the job before automatically resuming mowing. The 400mm dual cutting system features two high-torque 165-watt motors with discs, each fitted with 6 blades, delivering powerful performance even on thick grass. The blades can run up to 3,000 revolutions per minute for maximum efficiency and a clean, precise cut, or slow them down for a quieter mow and longer battery life. After guiding Luba around your lawn to complete the mapping process, you'll see a full realistic map of your entire garden in the app. The clear visual representation gives you a true-to-life overview of your lawn layout, making zone management, adjustments and future edits more intuitive and accurate. I would recommend, if you're in the market for such a thing, the Luba 3 very, very, very much. It hasn't skipped a beat on our lawn, it's not really a lawn, in our field, and it's managed to keep it looking pretty good. So yeah, I'm going to send it back out to do some work. It's just having a chill. And thank you for Mammotion for sponsoring this week's video. So, part 1 done. Baby's awake, as you can maybe hear. Yeah, gonna have some lunch and then tidy up a bit, and then maybe take this deck apart. Once I've got this fence fixed, I can set up the Big tool day. Right, so Carissa is with Jack, who's not settling, typical, and for the rest of the deck job it's moving pretty heavy pallets because they've been all filled in similar to this, so they're kind of like maybe 50% heavier than they normally would. So like, I don't know, probably about 30 kilos or something, which is probably too much for me to be messing about with, so I'm going to be sensible and do some deck maintenance. There's one of the planks came up, so I need to put that back, and then we're going to try and make this kid proof. So yeah, we'll see how we get on. Bob. Good start. So, in case you haven't guessed yet, I am making a fence, hopefully, out of this 2x4 stuff. I've only envisaged it in my head. I don't actually know what it's going to look like. Thinking like that. Big enough that you can kind of like, you could put a baby foot in between each one. Try something here that I've not done before. Just to kind of like put like a kind of counter. Do you call it a counter punch? something like that. So the hole looks nice going in. So we'll see. So first I need to do a 45-degree hole. Brilliant.
Turn the key and cooler on. Push the pause for relief. Free pass, you don't even have to ask. Be the cat in the sun. Someday I will see the whole deal through today. I've got better things to do, okay, to leave a little bit
I only have one full-size piece, 240, and 2 of the offcuts from this. Now, of course, I didn't think about putting in fencing when we built this, so none of the gaps make this easy at all. So we're just going to have to cut each one to size uniquely and hope it all works and doesn't look too rubbish. What spacing should the posts be? But it's going to depend on how many posts we put in, isn't it?
I wanted to share with you guys that I've been working in the little gaps of time that I get on my Frankie and the Socks book. I've mentioned probably over the last couple of years that I've been wanting to make this children's picture book about Frankie burying socks in the garden. I think I just got a little bit stuck for a while knowing like what to do, because I'm obviously going to illustrate it and I'm really excited about the drawings and I've been kind of figuring that out, but then I realised that I actually need to properly write it, so that's what I have been working on. I think I've pretty much finished it and now I get to start on the drawings. I've been watching a course by Julia Donaldson who wrote The Gruffalo. It's on BBC Maestro and that's been really helpful and super interesting and getting me really excited about creating the book and like thinking more about the language, and then realising that writing and illustrating and editing and designing and publishing a book is the job of 5 people that I'm just trying to do by myself. But still, I'm feeling ambitious and I feel like I've gotten a really good sort of flow of working on it, so I thought I would start sharing the process on here. I thought it might be an interesting side story, side quest to building the cabin. And what's also been really fun is I'm looking differently at all of Jack's books. We've got this really beautiful one that our friends Karen and Stefan gave us. I'd spoken previously about making it also a colouring in book, but I had a few comments that were really helpful saying, you know, kids will probably just ruin the book because they just scribble all over it. So I think what I'm going to do is draw them like they're colouring in pages, that will then be a printable extra digital file that people get when they bought the book, then kind of colour it in myself. So yeah, I was thinking of doing that digitally. But yeah, hopefully I'm excitingly getting to the drawing phase. I'll show you, I've got a sketchbook that I've been doing some very bad drawings in. This is such a bad sausage dog drawing. But yeah, I started sort of mocking up the pages in that. And so sort of playing around. I think it's going to be simpler than this. Yeah, it's just been nice to do something that I used to do before we moved here, and also obviously having a baby, it becomes very full time, so it's just like a nice little project for me. But also I would really love to get the book finished by Jack's birthday, first birthday in November, so that's my aim. But yeah, I'm just intrigued to see how realistic it's going to be for me to be able to do the drawings amidst being a mama to a nearly 5-month-old. It's gone way too fast already, so I need to make sure I've got plenty of time to soak him in as well. But yeah, there we go.
Right, so it turns out that I don't have enough wood to do the uprights on the fence. We are, I think, one piece missing, so 58 centimetres short, which is annoying, but hey ho. I've put in a big wood order because we need a load of OSB boards and a few other bits, so all that's on order. Hopefully that turns up quickly. You never know, if it turns up by Wednesday, then we might finish it. But I still haven't potted my new Acer tree, so I'm going to do that, seeing as it's so lovely here on the deck. It was loud.
This light jacket is no match for the bitterness of my attachment. Iron bracelets, clicking teeth, carving letters into dirty sheets, origami paper, slow to unfolding. You are the wild geese, somehow consoling me. This holy labor, a kind of fascinating when you are near to me. I am the wild geese. This thin blanket, naked skin, couldn't keep out what I'm keeping in. Running anxious, crooked pin. Would you turn me in your hand again? Origami paper, slow to unfolding. You are the wild geese, somehow consoling me. This holy labor, a kind of fascinating when you are near to me. I am the wild geese when you are near to me. I am the wild geese.
Good morning, everybody. How's it going? So, yep, today's the next day. Yep, Chris has got baby. I'm going to crack on with my fence. I've decided that, because we've got a load of 2x4 on order, that I'm going to use some of the bits that we had from the veranda going off the front of the cabin, just so I can get it finished. And I might even start down the back of it as well. So I'm going to do some of that while there's some shade on the deck. I've kind of worked the maths out. And I have 2 more pieces I need to cut. Oops. So I'm guessing a few of you might have clocked that I was running into an issue here, which is that I wouldn't be able to get the drill into this little thing here. So, quick Google. I didn't even know these existed. Look at that. A 90-degree drill bit. So, just popped out to get that. And hopefully this will work perfectly. That worked.
Tore up my feet on the fence. This iron road I cannot bend, but my walking is lighter when I walk with a friend. I sing this softly to myself. I sing this softly to myself. I'm waking up early again, sitting alone and listening, and there is no separation from you in the end. I sing this softly to myself. I sing this softly to myself.
Let me see if you want some.
Cool. Right, guys. Today is Wednesday, and it is now Wednesday evening. So this is as far as we've got. We have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11 of the 16 pallets we need. So hopefully we'll get that done like tomorrow, a couple more today maybe, and then yeah, we'll get onto that ASAP. That will be in next week's video because I'm going to tie it up here because I need to go and cook some dinner. I don't know about anybody else, but the clock's changing always gets me. I'm like, we're going to try and cook dinner for like 8 and it's like 7:45 already. I'm like, well, it's supposed to be dark by now. I'm one of those people that thinks they should scrap it, but Anything for a simple life. Yeah, tonight is the night that they might be sending the Artemis 2 rocket, which is at 11:30ish our time. I think it's like 6:30 America time. So I'm going to hopefully stay up for that, and hopefully it will work. And by the time you're watching this video, it will have happened and they'll be close. Very exciting. I went to Kennedy Space Center when I was like 7, 8 years old, and it was the most incredible, magical thing I'd ever seen in my life. One day we'll go to a launch, that'd be well cool. Anyway, I'm off. Thank you so much for watching this week's video. Catch you next time. Ciao, ciao. Go in the fridge? I guess so.